Just watch me. I'll become the god of death once again.
Good morning, Vance. It is Wednesday, January 9th, and I have a lot to talk about, and I might go over, but you went over yesterday, so we'll call it draw, huh? First off, of course, I will stand up for you at your wedding. I am very happy for you, and I am already very much looking forward to it. I don't have a black suit. I only have a dark blue one, but we have a friend at school who just bought a suit last semester for a presentation, and he was ranting and raving about how cheap it was. So I'll ask him where he got it and how much it was, and we'll see how it goes, Should be a very good time, though. I finally get to see Iron Forge. I hope the dwarves are nice, though. Second, by healing instructions, I think you meant heating instructions for the corn warmers. Although if they heal things, then we should make some more and sell them, because that'd be a gold mine. The tag says you can heat them for up to 3 minutes, but that's actually a bit too long. I would do the neck warmer for about 1.5 minutes, and the hand warmers for maybe a minute. Otherwise, the corn might burn, and that wouldn't be good. And they might pop a little bit the first time you do it, a couple kernels, but they're not popcorn, they're feed corn. So 1 or 2 might kind of crack open and pop, but the whole thing won't. It's safe. I'm really glad you all like them, although I can't take all the credit. It was actually Mallory's idea, and I got the pictures for yours and Andrew's, and he told me Pokemon and Dragons for Andrew, so I got you Pokemon Dragons. I thought that was a good idea. And she used her mother's stamps and stamp pieces of paper and colored them in Photoshop for Caitlin's, and it turned out really nice. And I figured out how to line it up in the printer. It was fabric ironed onto freezer paper to make it stiff, and we just printed straight on them, and they were dipped in a water solution, I guess, to try and make them waterproof, but we don't know if that actually worked or not, so don't wash them and try not to get them wet. I was busy with Grandma's latchwork and my mother's collage at the time, so Mallory did all the sewing on her mother's old sewing machine, and I just realized I didn't actually show my mother's collage on camera, so I'll have to do that soon because it turned out really well. We made a set for Fox as well. His were Firefly, and he got them yesterday as well, which is weird because we sent them 3 different parts of the country and all got there in the same day. Who knows why. Mallory's mother made the card, and she does those kind of things all the time, so she's very good at it, and they're very nice. But did you really think I would risk writing to you? I had no part in that. Mallory made the address labels. She wrote all the cards. Well, she wrote her card. I wrote Fox's card. And all I did was draw on the outside of the boxes. And I actually drew your mouth open because I was going to have you say something, but then I realized that would be me writing something, although I just realized that Mallory could have written it for me. But oh well, I don't even remember what he was going to say. So it was just like, yay, Christmas or something. Good luck with the warheads. I do realize I still have 2 punishments coming, so I hope things don't go too poorly for you, although I would like to see you in at least slight discomfort. Third, the main part of my video, which I probably could have saved for Friday, but I wanted to do today anyway, the past and present of Okori. First, the present. I was talking with Saro a couple days ago, and he made us this very awesome Okori fan art of Idin holding his bow, and it was talking to Saro that made me realize more that it isn't really about you and me anymore, that there are people who actually enjoy reading the comics, so when I take, chunks of time off, it hurts them more than it hurts anyone else. So, I have a challenge for myself. I am going to allow myself 1 missed comic a month due to illness or school-related whatever, and any missed strips over that gives me a punishment for our project here. So, if I miss 2 strips over the 1, that's 2 punishments. 3 strips, 3 punishments. Keeping with that, in its world debut, I have the new Okori special that restarts our, updates, and it will be uploaded as soon as I upload this to YouTube. And it basically has me with an anvil over my head that will come crashing down if I stop drawing. And I actually really like how it came out, even if it does threaten my, very existence. So make sure you hold me to that challenge, and hopefully this will give us a more regular update schedule. I am still going to attempt to give us a backlog before I go back to school. Although I think this semester is going to be easier than last semester, which I got my grades in. It was actually my best semester ever, which I'm happy about. But hopefully we'll have some extra comics saved up just in case so I can hold to this, because I really don't like missing comics because we have a lot of story to tell, and I want to get it told. Next we have the past of Okori. We hop into the way back machine and look at some old behind-the-scenes materials. I'm glad you commented on the cave painting bunny on the box, because that segues perfectly into this. We have the very first comic ever before it was Okori, and it looked like cave paintings because I did the backgrounds separately and then the foregrounds, which wouldn't be a problem now, but at the time I wasn't nearly as proficient in Photoshop, so they had like white outlines around them and looked very flat, and as you dubbed them, they looked like cave paintings. First, we have the backgrounds. A little hard to see. We got some mountains, some rough terrain. I think this one. I think this one's actually upside down. And all this stuff is going to be linked in the side. Oh boy, I've never done this. This side, or maybe this side. I don't know which. I've never done that before. And I should really be able to figure that out, but I can't. So all these images will be linked in the info. Next we have the foregrounds, which has the animals. Boy, it's really hard to see. There we go. And it also has dialogue. The first panel says, Okori, the perfect place to train, the birthplace of all things ferocious, the mighty dragon, the patient crocodile, I'll pretend I didn't see that. This is back when the comic was going to be a space travel comic, and it starts with Idin on the planet of Okori training to come to the tournament on a different planet. I don't even know what the planet was going to be called. Interesting, if you look at the bottom of the page, it has the date of August 20th, 2002. That's a while ago. And it also has as the website DragonBallExodus.cjb.net, which was the RPG that Fox and I, and later you and I, ran, and the website doesn't work anymore. I tried. Also, it has the various names that we were giving the comic. First was Butao, and then we changed it to Okori, neither of which stuck, obviously. We changed the name from Okori because it's a real word, and I googled it and it comes with a million things. I want something a little more original. So we combined two Japanese words to get Renkori, although I don't remember what the word was where Ren came from, but it meant adventure, and Okori means the beginning. So the name Renkori essentially means the adventure begins. Oh, and of note, because I think it's a little confusing, the characters are currently in the capital town of Renkori, which is the capital of the land of Renkori. Kind of a Mexico City deal. I also have the design sheet, which has the first design of the bunny and the dragon and the crocodile on it. And I think this is actually the bunny that I used in the actual thing. And on the dragon and the actual strip, I'm amazed at the level of detail I put into that. That must have taken me a long time to do all the little dashes to look like scales or fur or whatever that was. I also have the cover of Idin, which was going to be my comic before we did it, a webcomic. This was going to be like a monthly 20-page comic based sort of on Dr. Slump, and I obviously didn't do much on it. This is the only design I ever did for it, although you can see the influence in the school in Renkori. And the characters of Idin and Renia both came over from the Idin comic, although Renia's name at the time was Renia Vesta, and now it's just Renia Sakana. Idin still has the name, obviously, Idin. What else? Oh, a map of the town of Renkori, although you can't see that. I mean, you can see it, but the other people can't see it, at least not yet, because it's not done. But there, quick glimpse, nothing. And finally, this. I'm not going to scan this because I don't want everybody to see it too much. Do you remember it? I save everything from the comics. I've had this for years when you gave it to me. The only problem is finding things sometimes, although this I actually kept in my CD portfolio thing. So I've had it with me for a long time. It will still come. Just, hold on to your horses and eventually it'll be there. So I have no idea how long this video is. I'm probably way over the 5-minute limit, although we should both really still try and stay under that because it makes it easier for people to watch them and to keep track. Or keep up, whatever. So Vance, I will see you tomorrow.